Welcome to the Get Real podcast. I'm your host, Tanika Meeks. Today, I have 3 pieces of exciting news I would like to share with you. The first is the Get Real podcast is being transformed into a vodcast. The podcast will still be available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and my website, www.tmgetreal.com. But if you would like to see my beautiful face, a link to the video will be posted on my website or check it out on Vimeo. Second, starting in December, every month I'll have a guest host, either for a great conversation or a great debate. You will have to stay tuned to find out. Last, 4 Elements will be released on audiobook. I'm working on that now and will let you know the official release date. Now that we're done with announcements, let's get into this week's message. Last week, we were living in our truth, and I told you I would give you some helpful tips on how you too can learn to live in your truth. The 5 tips are: number 1, breathe. 2, allow yourself to feel your emotions. 3, state the facts only. 4, explore your options. And 5, decide what comes next. So I'm going to create a make-believe scenario, and for some of you, it's not so make-believe, and we're going to live in our truth. Our scenario: we've been in a wonderful relationship with a loving man for many years, and we just found out that he's cheated on us. Now we're going to live in our truth. Step 1, breathe. Air comes in through the nose, fully fills the lungs. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Deep breathing slows the heartbeat and can lower or stabilize the blood pressure. We all know in hot, stressful situations, adrenaline starts to flow through our veins and can trigger our fight or flight response. Deep breathing helps calm that down. Breathe in, breathe out. It's as simple as that. Step 2, allow yourself to feel your emotions, whether that's sadness, anger, betrayal, grief, relief. Yes, even relief. You may have thought that this person was cheating on you. Now you have confirmation that they were cheating on you, and you know that you're not crazy. You know that your intuition was on point. Now, 2 things. We are acknowledging our emotions, not analyzing our emotions. Don't spend hours overthinking about why you feel the way you feel. And number 2, don't let your emotions overpower your intelligence. When those feelings of hurt, anger, and betrayal come up, don't go find his car and bust out his windows or slash his tires. We are acknowledging our emotions, not acting on our emotions. Don't let your emotions drive you to do something you will later on regret. My divorce lawyer gave me a great piece of advice. He said, don't divorce someone out of emotion. Divorce them because a marriage simply doesn't work. The reason it took me so long to get through my divorce was because I was stuck in my emotions. I was stuck in an emotional state. And once I was able to get over that emotional state, I was able to proceed with my divorce. Step 3, state the facts only. And this is what I call the moment of truth. Because living in your truth is just a series of moments of truth. The truth is, we were cheated on, period. But this is where most people want to remove the period and put a comma. This is where they try to rationalize or justify what the other person did. Oh, he only cheated on me because we've been going through a rough patch, or he's been stressed out at work, or we are having financial difficulties. This is where the mind tries to come up with reasons on why they did what they did. This is not about them. This is about you. When I say state the facts only, the fact is we were cheated on, period. Nothing else needs to be said. Step 4, explore your options. This is where steps 1 through 3 come into play. Step 1, breathe deep. That was to help calm us. Step 2, allow yourself to feel your emotions. Step 3, state the facts only. We know what happened. We know how we feel about what happened. Step 4 is where you'll spend most of your time, energy, effort, and brain power. So what are our options? We have the options to leave the relationship. We have the option to temporarily break up. We have the option to stay and try to make things work. We have the option to ask our partner to go to counseling. All those options seem straightforward, but this is where step 4 gets dicey. There may be other things we need to take into consideration. We may have children with this person, we may have a home, we may have joint bank accounts, we may have joint credit cards. Our life may be intertwined with theirs that makes some of our options unfeasible at this time. Step 4 really is your planning time. You may need to take your options, break them down further into smaller steps and smaller parts, and let that guide you into what comes next. Step 5. Decide what comes next. You have all the information from steps 1 through 4. Now it's time to make a decision. Say you decide to leave the relationship. You may need to get your own place, get your own bank account, set up a custody agreement if you have children together. Cheating is a hard boundary for you, so you decided to let the relationship go. Or say you decide to stay and try to make things work. You love this person and feel like your relationship deserves a second chance. Even if people call you stupid or silly, you're living in your truth and you don't need their approval. Or say you decide to do nothing. You don't feel comfortable making a decision. Doing nothing is still a decision. You may need more time to marinate on the information. Or you may have gotten stuck in one of the earlier steps. More than likely step 2, allowing yourself to feel your emotions. You may need to go back and work through those emotions. Emotions, either good or bad, will keep us attached to a situation. So you may need to go back and revisit that. But whatever you decide to do, you need to be okay with that. And that's how you live in your truth. Living in your truth is just a series of moments of truth. Whether the issue is big or small, repeat those steps over and over and over again, and living in your truth will become second nature. Living in your truth is not about being fake, sweet, or nice. It's about being real, honest, and transparent. Thank you for tuning in to the Get Real Vodcast. If you like what you've heard, please subscribe. New content is posted every Saturday. Word of mouth is still the best form of advertising. If you like the show, please tell another person about it. To either check out the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud, or check out the videos on Vimeo. Episode 10, Living in Your Truth, will be the first video available. As always, comments and feedback are welcome. Thank you.